Violence within the family is perhaps the most difficult and painful kind to deal with. One family made that discovery on the evening of September 23rd, 1990 in Austin, Texas. This story is not a recreation. It's the result of a ride-along with the Victim Services Division of the Austin Police Department.
Austin, Travis County, 911.
I understand. I believe the warfare back.
Okay, what's going on?
My dad's trying to hit my mom.
Does he have any weapons?
There's knives in the kitchen.
Does he have it in his hand?
No, he don't, but he hit her.
Okay.
The caller is a 15-year-old boy, Danny, reporting that he had just called his mother from a friend's house and heard his dad threaten his mom.
I was just scared that he would do something to my mom real bad. You know, he thinks crazy and he just loses his temper, you know. He's hit her and stuff in front of me, and I just try to stop it when I can.
Okay, we'll send someone over there. Okay, we're going to get somebody over there, okay?
Okay,
thank you.
Crisis 14.
736, calling a family disturbance, 29.
Chris Banbury, a victim services counselor, is called to the scene.
Crisis 14 to crisis 3.
By the time Chris arrives, police have already arrested the suspect and taken him away.
Find out exactly what did happen. Apparently, father opens the door and for the police, and he says nothing's going on.
Lupita Lujan was the first counselor on the scene.
All of a sudden, they hear all this screaming, so they have to kick the door in to get in. So that's why the door's all busted. I was anxious in that this is a high-risk situation, and I need to do the best job that I can do to assist this woman because she was scared that, you know, he might kill her, he might kill the children.
He told me to come in this room, and I did, and he closed the door on me and told me, haven't I, you know, what's, you know, something that I've always told you that I don't want you to do. And
Yolanda and her husband had been married for 14 years.
I said, well, I don't know. And he said, well, that you don't never be with another guy and this and that. And when he showed me that picture, I thought, oh, I'm dead, you know. And
has he threatened you in the past?
Oh, yeah, plenty of times. He's beat me up so bad, he sent me to the hospital.
He sent you to the hospital before?
And he's helped me with knives.
A lot of times when men feel that the woman is going to leave them, they start getting desperate. They start taking more desperate actions. The man finally realizes, well, I can't have her, so nobody else is, so I'll just go ahead and kill her. And I felt like this is one of those situations.
He told me, you know what would have happened to you if this would have been 5 years ago? He says, you'd be with stab wounds all over your body.
Hi, guy. You're gonna come sit here with me.
Yolanda's 3 younger children and a nephew had been in the house at the time of the incident.
Hi. Are you BJ?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Okay.
You okay?
My first immediate thought is, what kind of state are we going to find these children in? What are we going to do with the kids? How old are they? What did they see? How are we going to work with them to deal with what's just happened? We don't want to go in and say Dad's a bad person, because the kids are in a real weird place. This is Mom, this is Dad, and they love them both.
But usually when you get upset, it hurts a little bit. What do? Just kind of lay down and rest for a while?
I was laying down. My dad laid down with me yesterday.
It's okay. He's going to do that again. Okay? It doesn't mean that he's not going to come back. All right? That's not what this means. Your dad's going to be there for you. He just had a bad day. Okay? It's all right. It's okay.
Oh, my daddy.
You're going to have your daddy back, okay?
Her major concern is Dad's not going to be here. On the other hand, she was talking about how she needed to be there to protect her mother. You've got a child that's saying, what am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to believe? Dad is saying, go get me some water, honey. And Mom is saying, don't leave, he's going to hit me. It's putting a tremendous burden on these children, tremendous.
But you stop worrying about it. He's not going to be in jail for a long time. He's not going to be there this 20 years and 99 years, okay? And this way he can get some help for what's going on. And then maybe the whole family can go in and talk to somebody about what's happening so that it can stop.
If you want to get away from him and not live like this anymore, I'd like to tell women that the abuse is not their fault. They don't deserve to be hit, and that there are people out there who will help them. So that you don't have to live like this, okay? But we'll keep you safe.
Well, I appreciate it because, like I said before, I really didn't have nobody.
And I'm so sorry. I mean, that happens to a lot of people. But you have us now, and we'll stick with you.
We're there. Come on, you wear your tights. Come on. Come on, dude. No.
Man.
I'll go ahead and just write it.
While Yolanda and her children are packing up to go stay with a friend, a call comes in from the jail.
It is your husband, and Jessica's crying and talking to him, so you might want to go in there.
Yeah.
I think he's asking
You
for
don't
people.
have to talk to him.
Yeah, I will, but I ain't got nothing.
Daddy.
Don't let him know where you're going either.
Yeah, I won't. Make sure she doesn't tell him.
He's going to either say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, you made me angry, and it won't happen again, come get me out of jail.
I'm sorry.
Or he's going to say, I can't believe you did this, just wait till I get home, and you're going to really pay for this.
I'm not going to pick you up, no. Well, you think while you're in there. You're the one that's got to think. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye.
I was very, very concerned because she didn't hang up the phone, but she would continue to hang on to listening to what he had to say. That always gives room for him to talk his way back in.
They're already in bed. Yeah. I'm going to hang up. Bye. Yeah, bye. Bye. Oh, he wants me to think it over.
I've been through this before, and it's all a game. And it's time that you decide to do something for yourself.
Yeah.
I've been up there today.
Okay, everybody in the car.
She was saying, it's not going to work. I realize this now.
I'm getting front.
Oh, you do?
I know the finality of picking up something and putting it into a bag and leaving and thinking, is this the end of the relationship?
Here's two.
I don't need
I tell you what.
Let's went to the front.
That looks like Jonathan or whatever his name is. You're welcome. Call tomorrow, please. Do that, okay?
Oh, okay. Use it in the morning when I take
All right. We'll see you. Probably see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Sometimes my job is very sad. It's very traumatic. But I like what I do because I feel like I'm helping somebody.
The next day, Yolanda comes down to police headquarters to file a formal complaint.
You're taking a real big step, and that's real important. And I know that it's a scary thing to do, but it is the right thing to do, because you don't deserve to have this happening. Your kids don't deserve it. You don't have to live like this. I know you've been through a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, and you have a right to cry. And you're going to need to heal.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama.
Your mama's sad. You know, people cry when they're sad. It's okay to cry. When you're sad, do you cry? It's okay to cry, isn't it? Sometimes your mama needs to do that.
Hey, Mama.
But she's going to be okay.
2 days after the incident, Yolanda goes to court.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth.
Yolanda has applied for a protective order, and that court orders the abuser away from her. But a protective order is a piece of paper that's not going to keep him from busting in the door. She's going to have to be looking over her shoulder some.
We still need to educate. We need to let people know violence does not have to be a part of their life, verbal, emotional, or physical.
Having heard the evidence, temporary ex parte protective order will be granted.
Thank you. It went on for 14 years. He would beat me up, and every time he beat me up, it would be worse and worse. But I didn't have nobody. I was just being as brave as I could and just doing it on my own.
6 months later, Yolanda is separated from her husband and lives in an apartment with her children. Her husband was ordered by the court to receive counseling and to perform community service. Yolanda has taken the first steps in building a new life and putting an end to the cycle of violence.
I feel good because it's the best thing that I can do for me and my kids.
I wouldn't want my mother and daddy get separated, but I do prefer her to leave than to, have fear. My little brother and sister, it hurts me to see them go, and going through this.
They want their father, and I don't intend to take him away from them, but I do want him out of my life.
I feel grateful for myself that I did it. I was scared to do it because of what happened to my father. I didn't know what was going to happen. But then on the other hand, I was scared of what my father would do to my mom, So I feel that I think I made a pretty good choice with dialing 911.
If your community does not have 911, post the emergency numbers for your area by each phone and teach your children how to use them. This program is dedicated to the men and women in emergency medical services who answer our calls for help and are there when we need them most. I'm William Shatner. Join us again next week for more true stories on Rescue 911.